The best time of year to set New Year's goals is in October, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. But first, my name is Lauren. I am a spiritual growth coach for Christian women, and I'm really good at goal setting, creating an action plan, and sticking to it. That's why I am a coach. I get to work with Christian women as they grow in their relationship with Jesus, set goals with them, keep them accountable, create action plans around that. And so I just love it. I love setting goals. And this year, you're going to be listening to me, okay? And you're going to be setting your goals in October. So let's jump into why. You're going to set your goals in October so that you can create momentum. Okay, here's the big reveal. You're going to create momentum. And the way this works is you're going to set your goals in October and you're going to get a head start. You're going to start working on those things now. Now, I'm going to go over some examples to make this really clear. So, say your goal is to read the whole Bible in a year. Very admirable goal. I love that goal for you. But are you currently reading at least a chapter a day of the Bible? Okay, if you're not currently having a daily habit of reading the Bible, please do not make it your goal in the new year to all of a sudden, still make it your goal. This is an incredible goal. But I just mean, get started now. Like, start working on this habit now. That way you're not disappointed and fall off at the beginning of the year, at the end of the January, all of a sudden it's February and you're not reading your Bible anymore. That's what we don't want. What we don't want is for you to get overwhelmed. What I want is for you to create a consistent daily habit. So start now. Start reading the Bible every day now, okay? And could you get a head start? So maybe you start reading in Genesis today, and then maybe come January, you're already in Exodus, Leviticus even, and that gives you a head start on the year. So if there is some falling behind, you already have that head start. Another example is maybe your goal is to fast for 3 days in a row with no food. Okay, maybe you're trying to seriously take fasting seriously, right? There's the Daniel's fast, which I think is amazing, but it's much harder to just like go without food. I think it's very, very difficult. So how can you set yourself up for success if maybe in January you want to do this 3-day fast? So have you ever fasted for even 1 day? Okay, try that. Or maybe you even look into intermittent fasting and see how you can work your way up into a full day without food. So maybe you start working on intermittent fasting, closing that window of when your eating time is, and then come January, that makes it much easier. It's still gonna be hard, okay? I have yet to do this. I believe I've done 24 hours before when I was younger, but I have not done that in a while, and I would love to make this my goal. So there you go. Another example is maybe you want to read 5 Christian books in the next coming year. Maybe you're like me. I don't read a ton of books throughout the year, but I do kind of keep a book that I'm always reading. But if your goal is to read 5 books or whatever your book goal is, do you currently have a habit of reading? Like, what does your regular schedule of reading look like? And how can you create that habit now before you get into 2026? Another thing is, how will you build it into your schedule? Like I said, and can you get a head start? So maybe in December, you already start on the first book of 2026 that you're going to read. Give yourself that head start. So going into the year, you have that momentum. Now, speaking of reading Christian books, I encourage you to watch this video next. It's an oldie but a goodie where I go over 5 Christian book recommendations from my first year in college when I was getting my practical ministry degree. I collected so many good books, and I still stand by the ones I share in that video. So go watch that video, and I'll see you over there. Bye.